It seems like TikTok is pretty much everywhere nowadays. You have some people liking the dances, some people liking the certain challenges off of TikTok. TikTok has become so powerful, so monumental that now even most memes have something to do with TikTok. And that's even without mentioning all of the cringe that is on TikTok as well. I know a ton of people that watch cringe for entertainment, such as myself, but there is some really, really bad stuff on TikTok sometimes, such as tons of like brother and sister incest crap. It's fucking weird. But regardless of what you think of the platform, everyone can be certain that TikTok is an absolute goldmine in terms of content. There's so much content on that platform that it's just getting cycled daily. Every single day or every single week, it seems, there's something new, something trending that has come from TikTok. And all of this all stems into one thing: data. Big data. And the governments love this stuff. They love it so much that the headquarters of TikTok, which was originally in China, had been accused of selling all the data from TikTok over to other parts of the world, such as Beijing. And this is all without the regard of any user, by the way. They just started doing this under the table. And due to COVID and a bunch of other political stuff going on in the world, the Trump administration decided to completely block out TikTok, giving it a deadline. And in that deadline, they either had to get rid of it off of every single iPhone or just phone for that matter, or they can sell it to someone here in the United States to monitor it. And it seems like it has finally come to a conclusion. At first, it seemed like Microsoft was going to purchase this thing and it was going to be an utter shit show. Who knew what Microsoft had in store for this application? It could have been used for maybe Xbox or some other program, or they could have just kept it running same as, right? But it's Microsoft and you can't really trust those guys. So I wasn't that excited when I heard about that, but it was the best we had. But in recent news, it turns out that China had denied Microsoft's bid and instead is going for a company, a cloud services company, or a database software and technology / enterprise software company by the name of Oracle. And I'm not sure how many of you know this company, but this company tends to make enterprise systems such as like time clocks or other products for schools and colleges in order to hold a database of everyone in the school and or workplace. And this company has been around for a long time, and I mean a long time. The very first product that this company had created was specifically for the CIA. Get that much, okay? The CIA has a stake in Oracle, and Oracle specializes in creating database software and technology. You get where I'm going with this? If TikTok is given over to Oracle, every user that goes through TikTok is definitely going to be written down in a database of sorts for the United States government. And I'm not trying to freak anyone out or anything, because this kind of happens all the time anyways in the United States government. And that's what I wanted to really talk about, which is something called big data. For those of you that don't know, big data is something that companies hold very dear in their greasy, slimy hearts. You have a device on you, right? Probably the device you're listening on right now. It's called a phone. And in that phone, there's a set of features on there that allows you to become a statistic. And this sort of statistic allows companies to view what you're doing at all times, what you're talking about at all times, and what they can do in order to sell you more of their product. Have you ever noticed that when you're online or something and you start talking about dogs or puppies or anything similar to that, you start getting ads that are pretty related to what you were talking about in the past? For example, for me, when I was first getting a puppy, I said, oh man, I need to buy a bunch of dog food, or I need to buy a bunch of toys for my dog to make him feel happy, right? So I did what everyone else would do, and I hopped on Google. And as soon as I hopped on Google, the first thing I saw on there was ads for dog food, for PetSmart, for Petco, all these other companies. And the normal user wouldn't have any idea how these people figured it out. The fact of the matter is, when you make any sort of account, such as a Facebook account, Instagram account, or any sort of account like that, they typically have a TOS that they make you read, or they say you should read, right? And in that TOS, a lot of the times it says that they can listen into your conversation, or they'll specifically word it as, we may be able to use your microphone or your camera, etc., right? And when you say accept to that, that allows them to listen into your conversations with your friends, or just hell, listen to you in the dead of night if they really wanted to, and listen in on what you're talking about, and thus that lets their algorithm speak over to Google or any other location that you're using that device on, and helps them create these personalized ads for you, only you. So if you were taking a really fat shit in the bathroom and you realized you ran out of toilet paper and you said, "Oh man, if only I had some toilet paper for my rough shit," then more than likely you'll start to see a couple of Charmin ads showing up on your phone, signifying that you should wipe your ass with us. I'll tell you, the multiple times that I was embarrassed just from the ads showing on my phone because I had dropped previous condoms, and then when someone had obtained my phone, they saw that I was receiving ads for Magnum Dong condoms. It was super embarrassing, I'll tell ya. And yes, I'm getting a bit sidetracked. Going back to the original topic, now that Oracle will more than likely be the obtainer of TikTok, that means that they'll be working with China on this same product. And with this product, they had pretty much specified that they'll only be doing the backend stuff. So again, they're only really going to be looking into the databases, and they're going to make sure that everything is okay for everyone and not getting their data sold elsewhere besides the United States. But you should still be wary that your data is still being sold here in the United States to multiple companies out there. And if you're anything like me and like your slice of privacy, then I recommend going through your phone and making sure that you're not always accepting everything that you get on your phone. If there are certain applications that ask you for your microphone and your camera and stuff, I would strongly consider reviewing that and wondering why they would need your mic and why they would need all that other stuff from you. More than likely, they're using it to sell you to another company so they can sell ads back to you. And again, there's really nothing to be afraid of. I mean, this happens all the time, especially in recent years, ever since the internet was born. The advertisement business has just been booming, and I'll tell you, booming. They have it pinpointed down so close to the needle now that if you so happen to have your Bluetooth on while in a store such as Walmart or Target, etc., they'll actually track you around the store to see what destinations you're going to, and then they'll change the shelves accordingly in the future weeks in order to get more people to buy certain items. A good example of this is the beer and diapers correlation study, where there was a time where there was a giant boost in beer and diaper sales at one point, and they were trying to figure out why this had occurred. And it turns out that people would go from the beer section over to the diaper section or vice versa, and then come out the store, right? And once they tracked it down and broke it down into statistics, they learned that a bunch of these sales were from fathers who had just had a baby and they were having a real hard time, so they would get beer as well as diapers when heading home. Now, I don't know about you, but I think that's some creepy ass shit, so I'm always trying to be private with my life. I'm a hermit at this point, and I don't think you should be. Again, don't be afraid of everything, but you should be cautious of what's going around in your surroundings, and just be safe out there. Since you made it this far into the video, don't forget to like the video as well as share it to your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you're new for more content similar to this. I'm running out of toilet paper, so I'm going to go into the bathroom and start yelling about the toilet paper. That way I can get some ads on my phone. I'll see you guys later. Bye.